Alright, hey guys, welcome back to another video of Crusader Kings 3. So we have another introduction video. We have a couple more to finish before the release date. The release is coming very, very soon. And like I said before, expect a lot of content from me. But today we have the war introduction. We're going to go over it. We're going to see what it's all about. I enjoy this series a lot. I think a lot more games should do stuff like this where they work with community members and just pretty much build hype for the game. You know what I mean? This might become a new format later on, you know, because I think it's a very, very good format.
Welcome, knights, ladies, and lords.
Oh yeah, sorry about that. The original video will be in the description. All right, then let's go.
Pixelated Apollo, and I am collaborating with Paradox Interactive to bring you a series of tutorial videos about Crusader Kings 3. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to wage war. Wars are won by defeating enemy armies in battles, capturing the war goal, occupying the enemy's capital, and or imprisoning the enemy ruler or their heirs. Doing so will increase your war score. War score is a measure of which side is winning the war from -100 to 100. If your war score is 100, you will be able to enforce a peace treaty onto your enemy. But wars cannot be randomly declared. You must have a casus belli, which is Latin that translates to cause for war.
Okay, so obviously I'm a Bannerlord creator. So in Bannerlord, if you do want to have war and you have like a kingdom and you have vassals, you need to kind of you could just attack them. But at the same time, what the developers want you to do is they want you to vote to start a war, and then pretty much your vassals have to agree, or one of your vassals can put up the vote as well. So I'm guessing this is more in depth. Obviously, this is more in depth because you have to have a reason for it. But yeah, it's cool to see. I kind of want like stuff like this in Bannerlord as well because that is my main game that I play. So I do enjoy seeing how in-depth this game is and how, you know what I mean, the differences and similarities.
If your ruler has a claim on a title owned by someone else, it gives your ruler a legal right to own it and provides a casus belli to conquer it through war. If your ruler has no claims to nearby counties, you can send your religious counselor to fabricate a claim for a cost of gold, and in return, it will give you a casus belli for that specific county. So when your ruler has a real claim or even a fabricated claim, it's important to pay attention to the war goal. The war goal is usually the casus belli target or county. If you control this target, you will get a war score boost that ticks up the longer you hold it. During war, winning pitched battles can be great, but winning siege battles can be even better, especially when it's the enemy's capital. Sieges happen when an army surrounds a fort.
So it's kind of, if you really dumb it down, it's like capture the flag or like holding a position, right? Until you get that 100%, and then obviously you can declare what's called some demands. Very, very cool. And does the war end automatically? Let's say if you were to capture a king and they like, what's it called? Let's say you choose to execute them or something like that, or imprison them. Would the war automatically end, or how would that work? Because like I said before, I played CK2, but I was a little kid when I played it. So yeah, let me know. Let me know how it changed, what the differences are, and stuff like that. I'm very interested.
Fortified holding. Once your army lays siege, you will see the siege progress HUD. Siege progress indicates how close a siege is being completed and how long the siege is expected to last. Once the progress is full, the holding will be occupied. It is also important to make sure that the army attacking the enemy holding outnumbers the garrison. As I mentioned before, capturing enemy lords, rulers, and heirs will greatly speed up the war score in your favor. But at times, you will capture a minor lord, which can give you a few options. You can keep your prisoner locked up and prevent him from joining the ruler's army again, or you could ransom the lord and in return get some gold. It will also improve your relation with the enemy ruler, which may be fruitful if that ruler becomes your vassal after the war. If gold is not a concern, you can also let the prisoner go for free.
Another question for people who have played Crusader Kings for a long time, would it be possible? I'm pretty sure it would be possible, right? I don't even know if I should ask the question. So you would it be possible to obviously oh, I can see, never mind. It's a bad question because it says for a favor, so I'm guessing you can ask the Lord to kind of overthrow the king or whatever that's on his side or something like that. But let's just watch the video before I ask my question.
But in return, you get a hook. Hooks can be used to force through many interactions like marriage proposals and feudal contract changes. Depending on your ruler's faith, you can join religious wars like crusades or jihads. When a crusade or jihad
Yeah, so obviously you can use the hook to obviously then weaken the king on their side, or if you need somebody on your side to back your decision, you can use that later. Okay, makes sense.
is declared, you will have an option to ask to join. These wars are usually over a specific target that your army can help take. By accomplishing the crusade or jihad, you can potentially gain a lot of wealth and piety. Another important aspect to war are your allies. Allies can be formed through marriages. Once you are committed into a war, you can call your allies for aid, but it will cost you prestige. Also, be prepared for your allies to call you for aid in their wars as well. A great way to make some gold is through raiding. Only some rulers are allowed to raid, like the tribal rulers. Armies can be raised as raiders from rally points. You can then send the raiders into enemy holdings and pillage them for gold. The gold that the armies gather will be stored with them and will only be added to your treasury when they arrive home. Okay. So that about wraps up the basics of waging war in Crusader Kings 3.
Sounds good. So only certain what's it called? Certain I guess kingdoms or empires they can raid. Is it kind of like a thing like what am I trying to say? Is it kind of like a cultural thing? Like some people didn't like to raid back then and some people did, or how did that work as well? I know I have a lot of questions, but very interested into the game. I want to try when it first comes out and play a lot of it because I do want to learn it as fast as possible and really get into the content making position, right? But yeah, if you enjoyed it, I have a couple more of these coming. Shout out to the guy who did commentate this. I wish you a lot of luck when the game does come out. And yeah, like always, ask me any questions, any concerns, and stay safe.